video in the past few days, obviously. About to show you Dirk Griggly's video, pretty much. About to set up the video right now, which I already did, obviously. Give me a second, put my mic on my shirt. Give me a second. But yeah, sorry I haven't made a video since Sunday. That was the last time I made those videos. Obviously, I made 3 videos on last Sunday. I was about to show you Dirk Griggly's video. Dirk Griggly's video, so I had to give him credit for this video because it's on my reliable sources. So here we go. Give me a second. Let me set it up. Okay. Okay, guys. Here we go. Oh, here we go, guys. Sony and Apple. We need to talk. Sony and Apple's in deep shit. PlayStation doesn't have any games until May of this year. That's even have anything. And that's the second part and third part console. Ain't that funny right now? That's what's funny about Sony and Apple right now, you know? Here we go.
If there is one thing about PlayStation fanboys, they will.
And also the comment on that too. Like I said, all they have is second parties and third parties. They don't even have the first parties now. Now Sony and Apple's realizing what's going on firsthand. And they don't want to talk about it. And they've been quiet about this all the first 3 months of this year so far because they haven't talked about it last year. They didn't want to talk about it. And I made all those videos last year. You saw my videos from last year. And all my videos from Sony Fabner. During February and January of this year. I've been talking about why Sony is flopping and why Sony is not succeeding right now. They've been right on money-headed second party and third parties. They only had the first parties until May, if they have them. And they only got one game coming out in May. And after that, that's it. Even with the college football game and Madden game coming out in August, that's all they rely on the typical 2K games, whether it's football, basketball, wrestling, Borderlands 4 that's coming out in September. That's multi-platform. And let's see what else is coming out. Ninja Gaiden 4 that's coming out during the fall, from what I know. That's multi-platform. That's going to be on Series S and day and date, obviously. Shooting 4, 5, and 6. That's coming out later on this year. We just don't know when, but I know it's coming out this year. And then they're remaking 1 through 3 for the last time. Not only that, they got other games coming, but they're all retro and independent games. They're not first party, second party. They got second party and third party, yes, but they also ride on the retro and independent games because they really got nothing coming. Their games are dry. And I told a lot of people, I told Sony and Apple this, I told everybody, including Diamante too, that they got nothing coming until May. And with that one game coming out, that's second party and third party game, not first party. We need to talk, Sony. We need to talk. And this is getting way out of hand. You're not going to go the rest of the year without talking about this either. I know you're going to be moving soon, but anyways, we need to talk about it. We need to talk about this right now. This is getting way out of hand, but anyways, get back to the video anyways. Start the video anyways.
If there is one thing about PlayStation,
the casual hardcores, they will change that narrative.
I vividly remember last year, around the same time, Xbox had no games releasing until May, which was, of course, Hellblade 2. And PlayStation fanboys trash Xbox. They talk so much shit.
It hasn't been funny.
I believe. But you know good old Dirk Griggly.
You know good old me. I have the pay stubs. I got the pay stubs too, Dirt, as well. I've been buying the games because I hasn't played them.
In terms of non-remastered exclusives, PlayStation will have Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. Who? Pacific Drive.
Wow.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Rise of Ronin. Look at this shit. What is it? Now check out this question. Can you let me know what exclusives Xbox would
So that
have
Apple.
in that same period?
Mm-hmm.
So it went from Xbox not having games to Xbox not having studios
To
to all of
Xbox
a
having
sudden
all the
Xbox
studios.
didn't have games for these months. Xbox didn't
Uh-huh.
have games for January or February or March. So
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I said, wow, this is crazy how they changed that narrative
Change that narrative.
every time.
Every time.
They said Xbox didn't have games, and Xbox would have games. Then they would change it to, well, Xbox didn't have games for these 2 months of the year.
Mm-hmm.
They've also said, so Forza Motorsport. Now, this tweet is from 2022, let me add. He
Mm-hmm.
said, so Forza Motorsport likely September to November, Starfield November, and Stalker 2 December. What are the big Xbox exclusives for the first 2/3 of the year? Redfall sort of seems a bit like 2021 all over again.
Shut up. On that Apple.
Why isn't Ned addressing why PlayStation doesn't have any games
Right.
until May?
Uh-huh.
That game in May is, of course, a
Second party or third party.
probably timed exclusive. How come he's not talking
About that.
PlayStation? He roasted Xbox for
Then he
not
had to
having
nerd the
games
bad
for the first
generations.
2/3 of the year. He
And
roasted
this how they had to
Xbox
nerd the
for
bad
not having
generations too,
games
man.
the
Man.
first quarter or the second quarter, whatever quarter. It's funny how this stuff works. This
Mm-hmm.
is why I keep receipts on these dudes.
That's why I keep all the games I purchased.
And actually,
Also, the comment on that too, knowing I purchased a lot of games going back to last, I purchased, if you count the free plays involved too, that I purchased from last year too, I had purchased over 400 games, counting the free plays too, pun intended. Because my backlog was not as big as it was then. It was at 329 then, but then when I started buying the platformers, that's mobile platformers, and all the other games that I was at shorts ahead of my backlog, including for 2K and else in Warner Brothers, pun intended. That's when my backlog got to 720, almost 800. It's almost at 800 now, but now hell was free to play obviously. So like I said, Sony has nothing coming until May, and I told a lot of people this. Sony Apple's in deep shit. This is the deepest shit they've been in a long time, in decades at that. And I told them only I got nothing coming until May. Even with Ghost of Yotei coming out, whenever that comes out, they better hope they don't cancel Ghost of Yotei. Because they canceled that game, and you all know why. There's a reason why they canceled it. If they did, there's a lot of reasons to it. But if they did cancel it, that's not going to look good on Sony's end either. They don't want as well as Sony Apple as well. So yeah, you better hope they don't cancel that game on God of War Egypt either. And like I said too, I wish Tekken 8 was multi-platform. And I admit to the amount of this, the amount on this too. I wish Tekken 8 was multi-platform. I really wish it was, but it's not. But if part you don't rule it out, you don't rule it out. Now that Hideki Nishino is our current CEO now, and Roki Tsunoga is our current CEO, that ran Sony, that's running for Sony right now. You don't rule out Tekken 8 being multi-platform now, for sure, because if it is, not saying it's not yet, but if it is, I'm definitely buying it. But wish Tekken 8 was multi-platform. I already know Tekken 9's gonna be multi-platform, but anyways, besides the point, we can mention that. But anyways, it's funny, Sony and Apple.
this is why I keep receipts on these.
I keep all the pay stubs. I keep. I buy the games.
I'm not the only one that keeps receipts.
My uncle keeps receipts too.
On Addict Show in 2024, where we got a super chat, and this guy said some of the same things. Like, what games does Xbox have? And of course,
also the comment on that too as well. What he's saying is, as for what games they got Ninja Gaiden 4, they got Gears of War E-Day coming, they got all the Call of Duty's coming to cloud game, including the one that's coming out that they're giving away in March. Once we find out when that comes, the one from 2009, 2010 that they're giving away in March. Also, they got Ninja Gaiden Ragebound that's coming out in the summertime. And that's a platform, but anyways, they got Ninja Gaiden 4, they got Shenmue 4, 5, and 6, Borderlands 4, Borderlands 5, Borderlands 6. I think it's gonna start at the 6. But anyways, Shenmue 4, 5, and 6. Shenmue 1, 2, 3 remake for the last time. They make it with modern graphics for the 1, 2, 3 remake because of the second anniversary and Shenmue anniversary. Anyways, Sonic Frontiers too. And how he dealt that game doesn't flop. I hope the sequel does flop. They said Part 1, Sonic Frontiers Part 1 flop. Now I how he doubt that. But anyway, besides the point, because Dirk Goodgate, they gave him a great review far as that game, he said that game was fantastic because he finished it too. But what other games are coming out that I know of? Tekken 9, that's going to be multi-platform from what I know. NBA 2K26, WWE 2K26, Madden 2026. Depending if EA still has the Madden contract by then, otherwise it's going to be taken over by 2K. Microsoft has more games than Sony right now, way more games. The backlog's too loaded. Me waiting for my PS4, so I already bought that now. It was good that I got the external hard drive when I did. If I didn't get that external, I would never had the space to all those platforms. The platforms are only megabytes. And some of them are gigabytes. But anyways, besides the point, the shit amounts of megabytes to gigabytes. But anyway, that's besides the point. Sony's in deep trouble. And this is the deep trouble they've been in decades, The amount that I told everybody on my bills last year, even Sony and Apple 2.10, Sony is the Apple again. And these microtransactions for Call of Duty are ruining the generation of Call of Duty right now, and ruining the generation of the games that are obviously rebooted and remade. But anyways, that's beside the point. I was getting back to million. But anyways. Pause right there, man.
2024, where we got a super chat, and this guy said some of the same things. Like, what games does Xbox?
Oh, they got more than you think. Sony and Apple. Sony is the Apple of gaming. You know it. You know it.
Phase 23 BKY with the 20. Can't wait till PS5 Pro comes out by the end of the year. And seeing Xbox guys avoid watching Digital Foundry for the next 2 years. And I'm playing Stellar Blade this month. What are Xbox guys playing this month? So now you're going back month. This same question. Next month, I'm gonna say, what you playing this month, huh? Then I'm gonna ask you in June. Then I'm gonna ask you July.
August, September. You won't be here to see it because you'll be gone by the time you play those games during Sunday.
How about I ask you that? Like later in the year when Indiana Jones comes out, Evolve comes out, Stalker 2 comes. I'm gonna ask you, what are you playing?
Other than the same game, Sony and Apple.
Anything first party. But look, this guy has the audacity to say, I'm playing Stellar Cheeks this month.
Oh man.
It went from Xbox has no games to
Xbox has every damn studio, no demand. Sony is trying, man.
You gotta be kidding me.
Gotta be shitting me, man.
I think he's boxing you into a corner.
Trying to.
PlayStation had 1 hit this year.
2 hits.
They don't own.
They don't own the first parties no more. I told Sony and Apple this. Sony is the Apple of gaming. Y'all know, realize it now.
Like first off, Phone Stars flop. That was on y'all banger list. Remember y'all bangers? That flopped.
Phone Stars did flop. Sure did. Yes, it did. Rebirth did flop.
I'm not saying it flopped, but everybody else is.
Yep.
Rise of Ronin, that PS3 game. What the hell is that?
That flopped like a mofo. It was like a PS3 game.
So you gonna go up there now? You better hope Stellar Cheeks don't flop, because
and to be honest, what Dirk Wrigley is saying too, as well, everybody succeeded because of the game. It wasn't because of the gameplay. The reason why it succeeded because it was an Unreal Engine 4 game, not Unreal Engine 5 game. And I told them on there, I said, you don't have to believe, Google it, look it up. It's the only reason that game succeeded. If it was Unreal Engine 5 for that game, Starboy, that game would have failed. And the funny thing, SIE games never fail. Especially games that defy SIE never fail. And if that one had failed, that would have put a dent. SIE would have been in deep shit too, as far as their games. Because they haven't made a game since Killzone Shadowfall, which is the one I got back, that one that Killzone Shadowfall coming, back in, 2016? And when I bought the game for the discount, that was well worth the money. But anyways, like I said, lucky y'all Stellblade, the game Stellblade didn't flop, because if it was Unreal Engine 5, which it was not, it was Unreal Engine 4, like I said, and the gameplay was never the issue. It's just that it was Unreal Engine 4, not 5. If it was 5, let's believe that game would have flopped. No brainer. And SIE games never flop. And if that game had a flop, trust me, SIE would have been deep shit. No question about it. Anyways. That game flopped immediately. Because PS3 game, Rise of the Ronin, that game flopped immediately. Yeah, I told you, that these games are peaking out, bro. Some of our games, they're not age well. Told you that. The platforms, you asked the obvious question, Diamante. And the 2K games, and et cetera, et cetera.
The old saying, keep that same
energy.
These guys are not keeping that
Same energy. The casual are not keeping the same. They're not asking what the hell's going on with Sony and Apple right now. Mm-hmm.
PlayStation doesn't have any games this year. Well, you can say Ghost of Yotei. You can say
That's also the comment on that too as well. That's if that game Ghost of Yotei is not canceled. You better hope they don't get canceled. If that gets canceled, and no, there's a lot of reasons why it did get canceled. There's a lot of reasons to it, but if it did, that's all right for Sony if that happens. That was the most anticipated SIE game that was coming out this year. One that typical SIE games that honestly just wanted to succeed. That's if nobody questions it and says it flops. But if that game does succeed, it's only because it was second party, not first party, second party. And an SIE game. Better hope that game's not canceled. If they cancel God of War Egypt, that's gonna be a wrap for Sony right there. Because any of the games that you play, even with the remake, God of War remake from 15 years are being remade, obviously. And God of War Egypt, if they don't cancel God of War Egypt, obviously, that would not look good on Sony's end if they cancel those. Because those are games as a service, and if they cancel that, that's 12. That was what? Well, they canceled 10 live service games already. That would be 12 live service games canceled if they cancel those two, including the reboot and God of War Egypt, 6 Egypt, which was going to be the last one. They canceled those. Sony's in more to their creatively bankrupt. Because Sony's been copying Microsoft for decades. It means that current console, the Xbox One X that he had, was surprised if you give it to it. I wouldn't be surprised if you give it to the Xbox One X because that one is 7, 8 years old. But anyways, that one was way ahead of its time because the Xbox One generation from 2014, that was the most important generation because that's when Sony and Apple were talking trash. They're not talking trash now. Because they know what's going on. They're just in denial and being delusional, you know? Anyway, but anyways.
Quarter of 2025.
PlayStation
doesn't have any games this year.
They're dry. They're dry.
You can say Death Stranding 2. Will those games come out? I don't know.
I don't know. Well, who knows? They might cancel them shits. Fable 4. And also the comment on that too. Fable 4 was not the new Fable that was delayed in 2020. That's Fable 4. That's not a reboot. And I told my cousin and all my bills, right, that's not a reboot. You don't know the difference between a reboot and a remake and a rehash. Fable 4 is a brand new game years later because the other ones, the trilogy anniversary and the sequel and the anniversary for the sequel and the anniversary for the part 1 and part 0 game were way ahead of its time. So they made Fable 4, but that's not going to be out until next year. They just delayed it because the backlog's starting to get loaded. But anyways, Fable 4, it's not a reboot, it's not a rebate or rehash. I told my cousin this too, and Tony Apple this too. It's not a rehash or reboot. It's Fable 4 years later, the evolution. Anyways. Anyways, back to the video. But anyways.
Will those games come out?
I don't know. They better hope they don't cancel them shits.
Xbox delayed
Fable 4 until 2026. Still have tons of games coming to cloud gaming. And they got that cloud gaming store coming our way too.
Doom has a release date, and we're still waiting to hear about the Outer Worlds 2 and for this year. Now, yes, PlayStation supposedly has Ghost of Yotei. Death Stranding 2 coming this year.
Yep.
It's funny though.
It's funny though, on Apple. It's funny.
You guys saw the clip. They were going, that guy, BKNY Face, whatever the hell his name was, he sent that super chat, and I addressed him like, yo, you guys are going by month? Oh, so Xbox doesn't have any games this month?
Which they do.
Isn't it convenient?
It's convenient right now.
When PlayStation had a game in a month, then Xbox didn't have
Then I want to decide to play it then. That's funny.
To talk shit?
Okay. Let me go talk shit right now.
Xbox had avowed in February, you asshole. What does PlayStation have?
Not a damn thing.
What does PlayStation have?
In
April, they have South of Midnight.
Yup.
What does PlayStation have?
Nothing.
What also makes it so funny?
Makes it so funny, so it was not funny. And second parties.
With the exception of Astrobot and Helldivers was a second party exclusive. Now, of course, Xbox doesn't really have exclusives anymore. I mean,
not no more, but if the way this is going, they're going to keep the obvious ones exclusive. But anyways.
What we have right now, Avowed is currently a console exclusive. South of Midnight will be a console exclusive. How long it will be a console exclusive, I don't freaking know.
No.
But all I'm doing is calling these guys guys out for
calling
the
out
bullshit.
the casual
They roasted
hardcore
Xbox
for the
for not having
bullshit
any
right now because
games.
this is
And
ridiculous.
literally a year later, the exact same thing that you guys roasted Xbox for, PlayStation is dealing with. No games until May 2025.
No games until May. They had too many CEO switches. They lost over $4.0 billion in money. They had to spend all those money on games as a service. They lost all that money due to layoffs. They shutting down certain studios. The game sites are shutting down too. All the game sites that I know are shutting down. All ones that stayed open is the retro stores. Like I said, because if it wasn't them starting the retro stores, those stores were done too. But anyways, they had too many CEO changes. Jim Ryan retired, and this was the month he left too, March of last year, which is March of this year, 1 year anniversary. Now, next February marks the year of Herman Hulse getting demoted. And now they don't know what they're doing right now because they don't have the money. They're creativity bankrupt. They don't have the games coming until May. And even with that game, also Sony, that's second party and third party, mostly second party because SIE game. But like I said, Sony's in deep shit. It's the deep shit they've been in for decades. And that's why I keep the receipts, my pay stubs on my for my purchases when I purchase these games. Cause I know I'm gonna be out to have all these games to play and finish them all and plan them all out. But anyways, get back to the point. But anyways.
Be a console exclusive. I don't freaking know.
What
I'm doing is calling these guys out.
Calling these cards out, the casual hardcores out for the bullshit right now.
And literally a year later, the exact same thing that you guys roasted Xbox
That's for. Sony is dealing with too much right now. Eternally.
Until May 2025. Okay, nigga. And whoever else. I'm waiting to see you guys criticize PlayStation for not having any games.
Right.
Go ahead.
Right.
I'll be watching, you assholes. Look, man.
I gotta go.
If you like this video, please
hit the like button.
If you happen to stumble across my channel and you think I'm decent enough, why don't you go ahead and subscribe?
Because Sony and Apple's in deep shit.
Hit that notification bell to know when my black ass is doing some new content, baby. All right, everybody. Peace and love. Peace and love. Shit.
Damn, man. All right, guys. That was the end of the video, pretty much. Okay, guys. So there you have it. Just wanted to make this video today, obviously. There's won't be more videos coming today, guys, as well. So, yeah, Sony's in deep trouble, guys. Sony and Apple, we need to talk. We need to talk. I know you're going to bring up the consoles. Where's that matter? Where's that matter? They don't have the software. They don't have the first parties no more. But okay, guys, I end the video right there. But you can add me on PSN. You can add me on Xbox via Cloud Gaming. You can add me on Facebook. Follow me on Facebook as well. Add me on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram as well. Add me on Facebook. Follow me on Facebook as well. But more bills are coming today, obviously, as well. Just wanted to show you Dirk Riggs, but okay, he just posted it because I was just watching the podcast just a few minutes ago and I saw the whole thing, obviously. So yeah, Sony and Apple's in deep trouble for sure. Yeah. This is Sony and Apple. We need to talk. Ponies, we need to talk for sure.